The engineers were given a blank check and a single mission: build the best car in the world, no matter the cost. The result was so over-engineered it nearly bankrupted the company and changed the automotive world forever. This is the story of the Mercedes W140. They call it the Whale in Russia, the Cathedral in the UK, and simply the Elephant, Slon, here in the Balkans. When it debuted at the Geneva Motor Show in 1991, the Mercedes-Benz W140 didn't just move the goalposts, it broke them. This was a car designed with a blank check, during an era when Mercedes-Benz engineers were told to build the best car in the world, regardless of what it cost the company. Today we are diving deep into the history, the madness, and the absolute engineering overkill of the last Mercedes that was truly built by engineers, not accountants. The story starts way back in 1981. Mercedes wanted a successor to the legendary W126 that would dominate for the next decade. Everything was going according to plan until 1987, when BMW launched the E32 series with a V12 engine. Mercedes went into a state of emergency. They delayed the W140 launch for years specifically to develop their own V12 and to pack the car with technology that was literally 10 years ahead of its time. This delay cost them over $1 billion in R&D, a staggering amount for that time. Chief designer Bruno Sacco created a silhouette so massive and imposing that it caused a national scandal in Germany. People thought it was too big and too aggressive for the environment. But for the rest of the world, it was exactly what a king should look like. The W140 was a global diplomat with different identities in every market. In Europe and the US, it was the ultimate S-Class. In 1993, they changed the naming so the famous 500 SEL became the S500. In Japan, it became the Chico, the ultimate status symbol for the Yakuza and high-ranking CEOs. In the Balkans, owning a W140 in the 90s meant you were at the top of the food chain. It came in two wheelbases, the standard SE and the long SEL. The long version added 10 centimeters of pure unadulterated legroom in the back, making it a literal rolling office. Under the hood, you had options for every type of power. There was the bulletproof 300 SD turbo diesel for those who wanted to drive to the moon and back. Then you had the legendary M119 V8 in the S500. Many mechanics today still call this the best V8 engine Mercedes ever produced. But the crown jewel was the 600 SEL. Its M120 V12 engine produced 400 horsepower and was so vibration-free that you could balance a coin on the engine block while it was idling. This engine was so masterfully built that Horacio Pagani later used it to power the legendary Pagani Zonda. The technology inside this car felt like science fiction in 1991. It featured double-pane side glass, 2 layers of glass with a vacuum in between. This didn't just make the cabin silent as a tomb, it also prevented fogging and helped with climate control. Because the car was so huge, Mercedes installed parking rods, 2 chrome antennas that popped up from the rear corners when you engaged reverse, just so the driver could see where the trunk ended. Inside, you had soft closed doors and a trunk that were sucked shut by pneumatic pumps, and an electronic rear-view mirror that you adjusted with a joystick. Even the air conditioning system was designed to continue heating the cabin for 20 minutes after you turned off the engine using residual heat. But the W140's legacy is also tied to history's darker moments. It was the car in which Princess Diana lost her life in Paris in 1997. Despite the horrific nature of that high-speed crash, the passenger cell of the W140 remained largely intact, which actually proved the car's incredible structural integrity, even though the impact was survivable only for the one person wearing a seatbelt. By 1998, the W140 was replaced by the W220. The new car was lighter, cheaper to build, full of plastic, and unfortunately prone to rust. That was the moment the world realized that the Slon was the end of an era. It was the last Mercedes-Benz that felt like it was carved out of a single block of granite. Today, seeing a clean W140 on the road is like seeing a dinosaur that refused to go extinct, a moving fortress and a reminder of a time when made in Germany meant it was designed to last forever. But it wasn't just for the underground. The W140 was the choice of the world's elite, from Pope John Paul II in his custom Pope-mobile version to Saddam Hussein and Vladimir Putin. It was the official transport for German Chancellor Helmut Kohl, who was so big that the W140 was one of the few cars he could actually fit in comfortably. Even Michael Jackson had one in his collection. If you were someone who moved the world, you moved in a W140.